It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight we close out Week 7 with a good Monday night matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Tanner Muse there defensively. The Chiefs at a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They fake the give. Now Mahomes rolling to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first down.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So a potential big play by this defense wiped out by the face mask.
And disappointing because it was so unnecessary. They had the sack, but the officials are definitely keeping a close eye on the quarterback, especially the referee. They were able to spot that one immediately.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Troy Anderson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll drop to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line.
Check 49. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3.
Starting the drive with Algier. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a first carry for their fullback. 7 yards there and a first down.
How about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
Let's go. Blue 32.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Bang, 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 bang. Under 10, under 10, 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Check Fury.
Check 26, check 20.
Hey, go steal.
Check 24. Hey, check 24, check 24. Shift, watch the shift. Check.
Hut.
Slam. 25, 25. Run.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Ready.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Steal. Black.
Turkey's the mark.
We ain't giving up nothing to touch.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Get that quarterback.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Black open.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Pick it up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block to let his quarterback get hit.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 43 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some space here. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Slim.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with career touchdown number 60 as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Booker is on target. And the lead grows to 10-0. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-0 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his man complete. It's Torres. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Nick Bolton in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big tight ends because you have a size advantage on just about anyone trying to cover you, and you use your body to create some space.
Brought down by Willie Gay.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Red, cycle. Defense. Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Ready, ready.
They'll set up to throw.
Check.
Throwing quickly to Wilson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
No. Undercut. Check 50.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. He'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Aku just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
44.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. On first down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards from Falcon territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's see what you got. Fofo's the mic.
Mahomes going to throw.
I'm going back to you.
Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Yellow. 44's mic. Check. You don't want none, baby.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
You don't want it. Here we go. 40. Wait. Hey, 57. Shoot.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
44's the mic.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. So the false start will back them up 5. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
Fofo's the mic. Mike's Fofo. I got you, boy. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 44's the mic.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle him for just a short gain.
Attack! I'm coming after you! Check 13! He's coming! Double up! He's coming! Double up! Fofo's the mic.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On second down and 4, Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Kadarius Toney in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Butker is on target,
and the lead now up to 14.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Falcons first and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready
at their 25-yard line.
Check, check. Fresno. Kill.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Yellow.
We're going 25 to Mike. Here we go.
Yellow.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Algier going straight ahead.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check Mike. Mike 6. Watch the back.
Go.
Mike 6.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
He can't hang. He's not going to get.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
44's the mic. 44's mic. Check. Let's go.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. Ooh, with a juke. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Check me out. 44's the mic.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Troy Anderson
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's taken on the 25. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be Falcon football.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Flush to his right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Here we go, set. 10 black.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Let him know. Let him know. Back.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
50.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Defense, let's get out the field. Defense.
On first down, Turpin.
He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Hey, check 24. Rush 24.
Check. Crunch.
Ready.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 37-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 6. Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better.
They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Mike 50, I'm not ready.
They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He'll buy some time right.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. We're back now in KC. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 27 yards there, a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
144 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, oh no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they get.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Here we go.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Check, smash. Fellas, let's set a tone. Tighten up, tighten up.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Let's go.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. And they'll send the slot in motion left. 3rd down, here's Algier. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
On the double. Strike it.
Now a carry for Algier, headed right. Room here to run. And he
doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Blue, 32.
Algier now. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
20. That's the way. 26, Mike. 26, Mike. Here I come. 26, Mike. 26.
Mahomes will throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's 2nd and goal operating from the 8-yard line. Mahomes. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes to throw it. That's going to be caught by Tony. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Mahomes. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on 1st down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Let's go now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Give to Algier from the shotgun.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Atlanta, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.